And they were going, yeah, go see these horses to make you feel better. And I've coined the phrase, if I'm going to pat a horse, is that going to help me? I'd served 22 years, 143 days. It was very traumatic at the time. And, getting a good exit from the service is important. But being sent on, I always thought the family would look after you, but then I realised I was just a number. So I struggled with that for a while. At the time, I went through some really dark times. When you're used to being, I term it as an alpha, top of your game, and then all of a sudden the war's over for you, Johnny. How do you redefine who you are? I was suffering with PTSD for a long time. We just didn't know PTSD then. And then the physical injuries, they take you down that next level. I've looked out at sea and thought the world would be better if I took that long walk, that long swim. Because if I went far enough, I wouldn't be strong enough to get back. And I've looked at that sea. I parked my car up in the car park. And lucky enough, the family I've got has been my anchor point to not go on that extra step. I went to Ellie and they were going, yeah, go see these horses to make you feel better. And I've coined the phrase, if I'm going to pat a horse, is that going to help me? And actually, the first time I got it, but I didn't quite get it. I fell off the wagon a bit. That inner beast came out and it scared me again. So I spoke to Ellie, they got me back, and I learned to breathe again. And that changed me. I came back to Ellie and I said, look, I'm really low. The medical professions were taking my drugs down and trying to find a balance for me, and that balance wasn't right, and I exploded and I broke somebody's cheekbone. I knocked a tooth out and I was strapped in a wheelchair. I was angry because somebody dared to come and take a swing at me, and I'm quite capable. I might be in a chair, but you don't want to tug this tiger's tail if you get too close. But that raw anger that exploded from me, it scared me. I got young children, and you can't do that in society. So Ellie took me back, and I really done the course. And actually, on that occasion, and that horse trusted me, where I didn't trust me. And mate, the floodgates just opened, and that emotion, raw emotion that's inside me, and it just opened my peripheral vision to the rest of the world again, instead of just concentrating on me and my angst and my anger, and and sometimes when everything's a bit heavy, I just breathe, slow my heart down, and try to work out the rational outcome of it. Sometimes I fail, because my defence, I was trained, conditioned from an early age, as an impressionable young adult, that the statement in the brigade was every man's an emperor, coined from the Second World War. Wherever you stand is your land. You never step back. So we were always trained to step forward, to be physically active, to be physically responsive in situations. So, my default defence would be attack. We're actually trying to learn the skills again to calm this baby down, so this baby has a bit more thinking time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sounds like Warrior Equine was a kind of a spark that you've been looking for.
Yeah, for me coming to say, you want me to pat a horse and that's going to fix this? Really? But these things don't judge you. I judge myself as being a beast. As long as I can control me, control my breathing, slow my heart rate down, that horse is willing to come to me. You know, I'm a predator. If you look at my eyes are there, you know, I scare, well, most humans scare any prey animal. So just to breathe out and slow your heart down and just clear your mind for that moment. And a horse comes up to you willingly without being on a rope, and wherever you turn it goes with you because it wants to be your friend, is contrary to how your mind's running. And that's, you know, whoa.
Life changing.
It's, yeah, people go on about, oh, it changed my life, baby. You know, it does, you know, but you change your life. You just need that moment in time, whether it's that lowest point in your world where you need to put your hand up, or that time of reflection where you go, actually, mate, something needs to change. Hold on to that life buoy and try to get to shore. You know, and I'm an ambassador for Warrior Equine because I believe in what they're doing, and I see whenever I come to any course. You know, we laugh and joke. It's a bit like pixie dust. You know, people think I live in Totnes now, but it's that pixie dust that the horses fetch. That in, you know, as I said, no agenda. We go in there with all our angst and anger and agenda and try to breathe through it and everything else, and it takes practice. You know, and some nights I wake up, mate, and I'm in places you don't want to go, you know, and I believe I'm there. But as soon as I put my feet on the floor, as I swing out of bed, I just breathe. And I breathe again, and I know where I am. And learning that skill. And the horses help you to calm down because you have to be calm around them.